Okay, so this is Leo, and Leo and his buddy who is drinking up, lapping up some water right now, were just had a case of the zoomies, and they were running around the house. So I talked to the guardian a little bit about how important it is to get exercise for the dog, and they both have been getting the dogs exercise, but they've been doing, some of the exercise has been coming later in the day. And so burning the energy early is going to go a long ways towards helping the dogs learn or be a little bit more better adjusted at the office. All right, so yes, come here, buddy. All right, let me get myself repositioned. I may have picked the wrong week to go on a diet. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is basically giving the dog a doggy timeout. Yes, you're both cute. So what I'm doing is I put the dog on a leash, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But he's going to try to free his buddy. On a leash, and then I step on the leash, in this case, maybe about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away from the dog's head. He's doing a great job. Frankie is making a little bit of a challenge. That's okay. This is life. So this is what we need to deal with. So basically what I do is I put the dog on a leash, and I step on it and I give the dog just enough room to stand or sit next to me. Now what a lot of dogs will do, there we go, will protest and flop around. Now he sat down. As soon as he sat down, I took the foot that's on the leash and I slid it towards him to take the tension off of the leash. Now, of course, being a puppy, he's going to get up and go again. But the idea is we're giving them a timeout if they get too rambunctious. Now, we don't want to use this if the dog is not getting its energy depleted in appropriate ways, because that's just cruel. But if we are giving the dog a walk and they get the zoomies and you have a client at the office, like we mentioned, we can't have the dogs running around. If one of you guys can do it, if you're meeting with a client, maybe somebody else does it, puts the dog on a leash, steps on it. As you notice, the energy changed. Now, we also removed one of the dogs, so that obviously impacted things as well. Now, when I do this, I wait for the dog to sit. I don't tell it to sit. If it flops around and throws a temper tantrum, I don't say a word. I just wait and step on it. You guys are both kind of petite, so you might have to step on it with both feet. As soon as the dog sits, I slide the leash towards the dog to take the tension off of the line. Usually a minute later, just like he did, they lay down. When it lays down, as long as it stays calm, then I just take my foot off the leash like that. Now I'm going to go back because I expected that. But what we're basically doing, I like to say dogs have 10 levels of energy. 0 is asleep, 10 is as crazy as you've ever seen your dog. So whenever the dog gets to level 5 energy in the house or at the office, provided we've depleted his energy in an appropriate way, I would immediately put him on a leash like this and give him a doggy timeout. So again, we wait for him to sit, then we slide the foot that's holding the leash towards the dog to take the tension off the line. And once he's relaxed, then we can kind of take our foot off. And we don't tell the dog good boy, so he's completely free. He can get up and move around. But now his energy is a lot calmer. Now, if I pet the dog or tell it good job or take it off the leash, then it thinks we're done, and I'm going to zoom back up to level 8 energy. So what I'm doing is just disagreeing with good timing. Now, timing is really important. If one time it's level 4, another time it's level 8, another time it's something else. Come here, buddy. Let's stay on camera. Then the dog, it's inconsistent. I'm going to explain off camera why that's so important. But as long as he understands, eventually, if you're consistent, he understands, if I go past level 5, the consequence is I lose all freedom until I return to like a level 1. And in time, then he'll just understand, I'm just going to play at level 4.9 and less. Right, buddy? But if we take him off the leash and give him that reward or tell him they did a good job right away, they're just going to go right back to it. Now, a minute or two later, if they stay calm, then we can take them off the leash. Now, a quick note about the leash. When the dog is on a leash, it's going to be dragging it around. It's okay as long as it's supervised. But we don't want a dog dragging around the leash unsupervised because it could injure itself. But if he runs by, he gets the zoomies again, he's on a leash, you can step on the leash as he goes by. If a couple minutes later he stays calm, and he's nice and calm like we are here, then we take him off the leash and he's good to go. Well, it's like, I'm not calm, let me show you. Here we go.